There's a silence that grows louder with age. Not outside, but inside. It's not just about the creaking bones or the slower mornings. It's the thoughts that visit you when the house gets too quiet. Thoughts you never used to have, or maybe ones you've always pushed aside. But after 70, they become harder to ignore. The fear of becoming irrelevant. The fear of outliving your usefulness. The fear that tomorrow might not bring anything new or worth waiting for. And yet, here you are. Still breathing, still feeling, still hoping. Even if the world seems to move faster than you, even if people don't call as much, even if your body doesn't do everything it once did, you are still here. That means your story isn't over. And it means you still have strength, more than you might think. Today, we're going to talk about something most people don't want to say out loud. The hidden fears we carry after 70. The ones that whisper in our ears when no one is around. The ones that make us feel small, invisible, or broken. But here's the truth. These fears do not define you. They're only shadows. And you are the light. Let's start with one of the most common, but least talked about fears. The fear of being forgotten. You may not say it out loud, but maybe you felt it, that your presence matters a little less these days. That people remember you for who you were, not who you are now. Or worse, that they don't remember at all. It's a painful thing to feel like a footnote in your own story. But let me remind you, you are not invisible. Every wrinkle on your skin, every scar, every memory carried in your voice tells a story that deserves to be heard. You've built things. You've survived storms. You've loved, lost, cried, laughed, and kept going. You are the roots that hold generations together, even if they don't always say it. The first way to overcome this fear is to reclaim your space. Speak up in conversations. Share your memories. Write them down if no one's listening yet. You are not a burden. You are a library of life. And libraries don't apologize for existing. Now, let's talk about another quiet fear. The fear of losing independence. Maybe you used to drive everywhere and now you hesitate. Maybe stairs look taller than they used to. Maybe someone else handles your medications, your meals, your schedule. And slowly, it feels like parts of your life are being taken from your hands, piece by piece. It's not just about physical ability. It's about identity. You've spent your life being someone others could count on. Now you're being told to sit down and rest. But how do you rest when your spirit still wants to fly? Here's where strength comes in. Not the kind that lifts boxes, but the kind that lifts dignity. Independence doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means still having a say in your life. It means choosing what brings you joy. It means asking for help without shame. Because real strength isn't in pretending you're invincible. It's in knowing you're still valuable, even when you need support. So ask yourself, what small decisions can you still make each day that make you feel in control? What routines, what hobbies, what rituals make you feel you again? Sometimes it's as simple as choosing your outfit for the day. Sometimes it's deciding what music plays in the background while you have your morning coffee. These are just routines. They're anchors. They say, this is still my life, and I'm still the one steering the ship. Let's move to another fear that creeps in as we age. The fear of outliving your loved ones or being the last one left. Losing friends, siblings, even a spouse leaves a space no one else can fill. And when the people who knew your history start to disappear, it can feel like pieces of you are vanishing too. That grief is real. That loneliness is real. But here's something else that's real. You still have more love to give. And giving it doesn't always mean to someone your age. Maybe it's a grandchild who's never heard your favorite story. Maybe it's a neighbor who's quietly struggling. Maybe it's someone younger who could learn so much just by hearing your voice.
The fear of being alone can paralyze us, but connection is always possible, especially when we reach out first. You don't have to wait for the phone to ring. You can be the one who starts the conversation. You can write the letter. You can walk up to someone and say, "Tell me your story, and I'll tell you mine." We never stop needing connection, and we never stop being able to create it. Now, there's one fear many carry but hardly ever speak. The fear of becoming a burden, feeling like your presence is more weight than gift. That people are helping you out of duty, not love. Let me tell you this, clearly and without hesitation. You are not a burden. Love is not measured by productivity. You are not less worthy because you need help now and then. Think back to how many people you have helped through the years, without expecting anything in return. That love is still circulating. Now it's just your turn to receive. And when someone helps you, it isn't pity. It's an echo of the kindness you've given all your life. Your worth didn't expire with age. It deepened. You are still needed, still cherished, and still more than enough. Let's pause here, take a deep breath, and hold on to one truth. You've made it this far. Through heartbreak, through loss, through sleepless nights, through every voice in your head that tried to break you. You're still here. That means something. That means everything. There's another fear that quietly grows in the corners of our mind as we age. The fear of becoming useless, of waking up one day and feeling like there's nothing left to contribute. The world keeps spinning, technology keeps evolving, and the roles we once held, parent, worker, caregiver, begin to fade or shift. And with them, sometimes, goes our sense of purpose. But let me remind you, usefulness has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with meaning, with connection, with presence. You might not be clocking into a job anymore. You might not have the same responsibilities you once had. But your wisdom, your kindness, your ability to listen, to guide, to comfort, that is powerful. And it's needed. Have you ever noticed how a simple story from your life can light up someone else's eyes? Or how your advice can make someone pause and say, "I haven't thought of it that way." That is purpose. That is contribution. Sometimes being useful doesn't look like doing. It looks like being. Being the steady hand when someone else is overwhelmed. Being the soft voice when the world gets too loud. Being the one who knows what really matters when others are chasing things that don't. Your presence brings value, even in silence. Especially in silence. And if you ever find yourself questioning your place, ask yourself, who in my life needs love right now? Who needs a call? Who needs encouragement? Then give it freely. You'll be surprised how powerful that makes you feel again. Another fear that sneaks in after 70 is the fear of change. Yes, you've weathered a lifetime of it, but the changes that come with aging often feel more permanent. Losing a home you've lived in for decades, moving in with family, navigating new health routines, facing new technologies. The moment suddenly the familiar becomes unfamiliar and the future feels uncertain. But here's the thing, your entire life has prepared you for this. Think back to all the times you faced the unknown. Your first job, the first time you held a child in your arms, the first time you lost someone you loved. You didn't know what was ahead, but you moved forward anyway. Because deep inside, you knew you had the strength to handle it. That strength is still there. Change can feel like something being taken away, but it can also be an invitation. A new rhythm, a new way to be closer to others. A new chapter that might look different, but still be rich and beautiful in its own right. The secret is to stay open. You don't have to love every change. You don't even have to fully understand it. But if you meet it with curiosity instead of fear, you'll be amazed at what you discover. And when you need time to adjust, take it. Give yourself grace. You've earned that. One fear many carry, deep and quiet, is the fear of death. Not just the act of dying, but the idea of being forgotten. the question of whether your life truly mattered. And I want you to hear this clearly. Your life has already left a mark. Every person you've loved, every child you've raised, every moment you stood strong when it would have been easier to walk away. That is your legacy. It's not found in grand monuments or awards. It's found in hearts, in lives changed because you existed. And though we all will one day leave this world, the love we gave remains. The values we passed down remain. The laughter, the wisdom, the sacrifices, those things don't die. They echo. We overcome the fear of death, not by ignoring it, but by choosing to live fully now. By saying, if I still have breath in my lungs, I still have something to give, to learn, to enjoy. Even if it's just watching the sunrise, even if it's hearing a bird sing, even if it's holding someone's hand. That's not nothing, that's everything. And one final fear, one that we rarely speak about, is the fear of regret. The what ifs, the missed chances, the words never spoken, the relationships never healed. Those thoughts can keep us up at night, and they can grow heavy if we let them. But regret doesn't have to chain you to the past. It can be the very thing that sets you free. You still have time to make a call, to say I'm sorry, to say I love you, to write the letter, to make peace with others and with yourself. And if some things can't be changed anymore, forgive yourself anyway. You were doing the best you could with what you knew then. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy of peace. Let yourself be proud of how far you've come. Not just the good days, but the ones when you didn't know how you'd make it through, and you did anyway. That's courage. That's something to honor. So as we sit together now, heart to heart, let me offer you this thought. You are not your fears. You are not your past. You are not your limitations. You are a soul that still has beauty to witness, love to give, and moments to cherish. Take a breath. Place your hand on your chest. Feel that beat. That's life. Still with you, still choosing you, still waiting for you to live it fully. There's a kind of freedom that comes when you begin to face your fears and refuse to let them define you. Not because the fears go away entirely, but because you learn that you're stronger than they are. That strength isn't loud. It doesn't always show up as bold declarations or fearless actions. Sometimes it whispers. It whispers, try again. Stand up. Let go. Keep going. If you've made it to this point in your life, that strength is already inside you. It's what's carried you through storms. It's what's held you together when your heart was breaking. It's what got you through lonely nights, uncertain futures, and painful goodbyes. Now it's time to let that strength work for you. There's no shame in having fears, only in letting them silence your joy. Because no matter your age, joy is your right. Peace is your right. Feeling safe, wanted, useful, and alive. Those are not gifts you stop earning after 70. They are part of your birthright, and you deserve them now more than ever. So what does that look like? It looks like waking up and choosing to create meaning, even in small things. It's watering a plant and watching it bloom. It's sitting by a window and feeling the sunlight on your face. There's making someone laugh. It's making yourself laugh. It's dancing in your kitchen just because you still can. It's reaching out to someone and saying, I've been thinking of you. It's forgiving someone who hurt you so you can feel lighter. It's looking in the mirror and saying, I'm proud of who I am. You might be carrying invisible scars. You might have lived through things no one else knows. But those scars don't make you broken. They make you real. They make you resilient. They make you human. And the beautiful thing about being human is that every single day is a chance to begin again. So, if you're afraid of being forgotten, start telling your story. Share the memories that shaped you. Pass down the lessons you learned the hard way. Let your family or community know who you really are. Not just what you've done, but what you felt, what you've survived, what you've discovered about life. Your story might be the thing someone else needs to hear.
And if you're afraid of being a burden, I want you to try something radical. Receive love. Receive help. Receive kindness without guilt. Let others care for you the way you've cared for them all your life. You don't lose dignity by needing help. You deepen connection.
You give others a chance to serve you with love. You create room for tenderness. You are not a weight. They're not carrying you. They're walking with you. Let them.
With discovery, with joy. The fears we face after 70 may be hidden, but they are not unbeatable. And you are not alone in facing them. So take this moment, breathe deeply, lift your head, and walk forward. Maybe not without fear, but with courage beside it. Because your heart still beats.
Your story still matters, and the world is still better with you in it. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message touched you, I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments. Let others know they're not alone. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing, because you deserve content made just for you. Gentle, wise, Wheel. Until next time, keep walking in strength. You've got more light in you than you know.